Hello and welcome to this video. Today we're going to be making an analysis on Krispy Kreme donuts. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, as you can see down here in the bottom, we have last three earnings which have been quite negative. If we start with the one from today, as you can see here, they earned 90% less money than anticipated. This is very bad, which is also why it went down quite a bit today. As you can see out here, it went down almost 22%, 21.5%. Now, again, this time they were down 185%, and then again this one 1.3%. So generally, the Krispy Kreme donuts is quite far down in the hole at the moment, but as you can see, it has actually been that for quite some time. Now, I fell over this today because I saw how poorly they were performing, and then I just look at this trend. If we draw it out here, this trend is just beyond garbage at the moment. Look at that. Look at how badly that performs. And its IPO was in 2021, and it was about $17, I think, and now it's at $7. And yeah, so it performs quite poorly at the moment. But you're also going to notice something else, which is all of these little D's down here at the bottom. These are dividends. Now, they actually pay out quite nice dividends, as I'm going to show you right here. Their dividend is about 1.5%. This is very nice, actually. Also, considering how cheap the stock is at the moment, often the lower numeral amount this is, the worse their dividends is. So I think that is quite nice. Also, because it's so cheap at the moment and it's an established brand, I think it could rise quite far in the future. But also, if we look at the support lines here, if we want to draw some support lines here, we really can't because it's at an all-time low. So the support lines would actually, the trend line would actually be more like around here. As you can see, this cuts through earlier tops and bottoms out here at $12, and then tops here just around $12 also. So this is definitely the next support and breakthrough point. I, of course, as I said, can't draw any here, as you can see right here. If we zoom in close, look at the gap here, how far there is between the price before and after. I'm just going to make this yellow so you can see it. This is the line between the price before and after they came out with their earnings. So as you can see, it's trading quite down at the moment. It was down in 6.4 at some point. As you can see also down here in the RSI, it has bottomed out quite a lot, and often it trades out in the lower part of the RSI, which means it has a downward trend and is more often than not sold more than bought. And then again, as you can see, this death cross came right here in November, and it has been just extremely fast downhill ever since. And as you can also see is the amount of space between the 200-day line and the 50 line is actually increasing, which is also a very, very bad technical, because this means that over time it's still getting sold more than bought. Now, what do I think it's going to go? I think this is way too oversold, and I think it's too misunderstood. It's just, I think people have seen it's a negative trend, so they're always going to be negative. So there's also quite a lot of shorters in this stock, which is of course not a bad thing, so that keeps on pressing it down. But one of the reasons is, as you can see here in a minute, the analyst ratings. The analyst ratings here are quite insane. Also, if we see the forecast for it, as you can see, the most pessimistic is still $5 above what it's currently at, and then the max is 145% above what we're at now. There is only hold, buy, and strong buy. So this is quite crazy. But then again, also if we look at the EPS, the earnings per share, it's not that great. But then again, sometimes they even beat it. Like this one, they reported 0.01 more. But the problem is, we had this one where they made below, and this one where they made far below. So these two ones last time, this also it's right on, but then again, if it's not above, it's bad. So these two earnings per share also below what was anticipated, so quite poor, as you can see here, 185, as I said earlier. But if we look at their revenue stream is consistent. It's very, very consistent, which is quite amazing. And also they're opening more and more stores, which is quite nice. And then also if we look at their margins, up here, we can see they have began to normalize. And one of the reasons they were quite worse earlier was because, of course, because of the war in Ukraine, which is a large producer of oil. And what do you need oil for? Donuts, because you need to fry your donuts. And now that the price of that has normalized quite a lot, I think that their margins are going to increase. So that is why I personally think it's going to go at least through to here about 15. My price point is 15. I haven't bought these yet, but I'm thinking them. I think at least they're gonna go all the way up to 12 here at the support line. I think they're gonna go all the way up here at least. Where's the support line? There it is. So I think it's gonna go at least like that. This is the two trend lines I would personally be watching, because I think that if it trends this way and then breaks through this $12, I think there is quite high chance it's gonna break through even up here. And also, if it doesn't, it have it has quite nice dividends, and if it keeps making good money and it's this cheap, I see no reason not to buy it at the moment, and simply just have it at the bottom of your portfolio, giving you lovely dividends. And as you can see, it gives out dividends more times per year. As you can see here, this was in January 2024, April 2024, July, and lastly October. And you can see we have already had 2 times this year, and there's another one coming up in 2 months. So you just have to buy these before the next X day. I don't know when that is. It's usually around 2 weeks before. So yeah, very interesting stock at the moment. I'm definitely considering buying it. So personally, I would buy it. So yeah, that is my personal analysis of this stock. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.